It's a beat.
That's what he does now.
I'm
working on that part of the intro. I'm working on that.
Before we get out, listen, all those producers out there making beats and nobody getting them. Send us one this way.
Send us some beats.
So we can have some kind of theme music.
So we play it for you.
Listen, send them DM Pookeem the Dream.
No,
Pookeem _the_ Dream. Send all the beats his way. He's our new A&R executive that he goes through beats and people to be on the show.
But if you're nice, make sure you can loop this part.
Yeah, don't get us sued or blocked from YouTube.
Alright, with that being said, guess what?
With your samples.
This is no disrespect. 63?
63.
We have 63.
63.
It's episode 63?
Yeah.
63.
Been doing this for a while. This is, how many hours it is?
That's a long time.
Ain't gone for
Like
a
2
while.
days worth of.
And we just figured out, we're just working out the kinks.
That's like
we
that's like
came a
2.5.
long way.
That's like 2.5 days.
From an iPhone, from one simple iPhone to lights, cameras.
Action.
Yeah, we got a backdrop.
Came a long way. Yo,
Yes,
that's
we did.
2.5 days. You can watch No Disrespect for two. You could binge watch all weekend. No disrespect.
You'll be entertained.
Yes,
Because this is no disrespect. Meaning, we mean no disrespect. What we saying is stop using opinions. We just giving them how we know them. Hope you like them. Hope you love them. If you hate them, it is what it is. With that being said, I'm Pookeem the Dream, and I'm always with my brother.
I'm Cool Ass Trev, and of course, I am DeVille with me. She's back.
I am
She's
Seville.
back with you.
I am _DEVILLE. How you doing?
Right, and this is our back to school episode. It's
Big
officially back to school season. Y'all taking up the space on the trains with your book bag and play fighting on the street. Get out the way. Especially when I just started a new job. Get out my way. I like this job. And today we got a guest. He go around to the schools. A lot of people know him because when I posted it saying that he was on the show, a lot of girls like me and him got some girls that we know in common. Like, oh, he gonna be on there. My girl told him about him. So listen, y'all may know him as Launching Leaders, or you may know him as Mr. _J
_Software.
_Software. I don't want to get that wrong because sometimes I get the names wrong.
Yeah.
Right. So I want to say welcome, brother. Thank you for coming on.
No doubt.
Hello.
You are here. Episode 63, back to school.
Mm-hmm.
Now, before we get into that, how's your week been?
I've had a stressful week.
You had a stressful week?
Yeah.
Okay,
I've had a stressful week.
You let it out here. This is how we
Want me
get
cry?
Yay.
Listen,
This is a free.
we done got cursed out here.
All
Yeah.
right.
People quit the day of here.
Yeah,
All right.
It goes down here.
it goes down on the no.
Nah, well, just a lot. Work.
Okay.
Of course, I'm a people person, so I'm a shop steward at work. So, things get a little stressful, even though I had a 4-day week. But, yeah, it's a lot dealing with adults and children and adults and children adults.
Yeah,
At the same damn
Yeah.
time.
that's the worst.
It be like that though.
Crazy.
How are you? Were you back?
Yeah.
You missed 2 weeks.
I missed 2 weeks. Y'all miss me. I miss y'all.
When we get really professional, it's gonna be a 3-strike rule.
Oh, okay.
Let you know.
It's because I'm black.
Yep.
No, because you're dark. Not because of your dark melanin. We don't do that
It's
over
because
here.
I'm black.
We all
See?
black.
This is what we gonna do. We gonna protest this. You not gonna let them make me get kicked out.
He told
Protest.
Paul
He told
beat
me.
me.
Protest.
Not protesting.
Me?
He told Cool
That's
Ass
what-
Trev to beat
Here we go. Yeah, I'm glad y'all back. I'm glad we are in motion. We are in full effect. So
I miss y'all. Even you.
It be
Trying
like
to
that.
kick me out and
I'm
shit.
not trying to kick you out.
Listen, my week was easy. Yeah, I talk about that school stuff. I be on the train 5:30 in the morning. Ain't no
Oh, you
kids
be on
there.
the train with
Ooh,
the
you
Mexicans.
lucky.
The Mexicans and the Jamaicans and all
Right.
them others.
All the
Everybody got
ends.
the bright colored shirts on, right with me like this.
You with the yellows and the blacks.
Neons and orange.
Right.
On the train like this. Got to
Ready.
build something. So,
Got 3 jobs.
yeah.
So, Mr. Launching Leaders, what's going on, brother?
Got a lot going on. You know, September's back.
Right.
Weirdly, I take the summer off because the schools are not doing anything. You know, I want to get into some summer camps, but they don't allow it too much.
Don't worry. When we started the camps,
Oh.
we got you.
Sure.
It's going to be an SB camp. S&B camp.
What's the
Question.
SMB mean?
Why is
Smith
it
and
that
Belly.
they
Oh.
don't allow much for the camps itself?
Because they got a lot of programs usually set up. So
Okay.
to get in, even to get in to the DOE and actually come and speak for free is hard.
Wow.
It's a lot of politics with the DOE, and I can speak for, you know, some of my friends. One of my founders, Miss Chambers. It's real hard. They like want to know what you're coming in for,
Right.
and honestly, they don't want to give the children the actuality of what life is.
Yeah, they don't want
out
to give them
there.
the truth.
Yeah, they rather give them puppets with syringes and say, "Don't
And-
pick this up," and like
Right.
you know.
And tell them that Christopher Columbus discovered America.
Yeah.
Ironically, I just seen someone speaking on that note that's a teacher themselves,
Mhm.
and they were saying that the aspect of them thinking about people teaching in classes, they don't really care for them to teach. They just need them for social purposes to keep
What do you
kids interact. That's
Teachers?
yeah,
Mhm.
that's what they were saying.
They do
And
that
I
now?
have it. If I have the link, I'm gonna send it to you guys
My
so you
Spanish
can
two
hear it
teachers was
too.
like that though.
Yeah, it was for social purposes.
Yeah.
They don't really focus more on the teaching aspect for a gain for the students itself.
See, but this is the thing about school. Now they teach you a bunch of things that you're gonna forget as soon as you leave school,
Mhm.
or you're gonna remember it just to pass the test. Then it's over.
Right.
I never used the Pythagorean theorem in life ever,
Especially where
if I wasn't in math class. So I would look at like this is the one thing that got me weighing about sending my son to private school or public school is the social thing.
I think
Because I would love to
social-
send my son to private school because I think that his education would be better. But then it's really not about education because you got to deal with people more than you do with problems like physical math problems and things like that. Like you got to deal with a man outside in the street before you got to figure out what country Hitler conquered first in World War
See,
II.
this is why I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, I was.
Because
Yeah.
I had said this, I think a couple episodes ago about school, because we're forced to go to school. Period. You have to go.
Yeah.
You know,
They would
but
they would
a
lock
lot
your
of
parent up if you
a
don't go
lot
to
of
school.
teachings come from home.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
A lot of education starts at home. You learn how to read at home. You learn how to write. You learn. School just gives you the basics.
But what
Right.
you're saying is crazy because they're saying now more black families are home teaching.
No, but what I'm saying is, my mom's, I had to study. She'll give me work. Here, do this. And my mom, she was on it, right? And me being the child that didn't like school, or when I went there, it was like, I turned up. It was like, oh, this ain't for me. Like this, I'm gonna do it and dealt with the consequences, knowing
I
I'm
like
with
school
it.
because I was competitive. I just wanted to be the best at whatever you did and throw in front of me.
Now, when you go to the schools, what is your agenda in speaking to these kids? Because kids today are different from, I think, both these generations that's here
Yeah.
growing up. Period.
Right.
Well, I realized that school kids are placed in a box,
Right.
and society they're placed in a bigger box. And I go in and try to get them to think outside of that, because the way I've made money in life has never been something based on school. It's been based on my logic and how I seen, but
Absolutely.
it all was stepping out of the box.
Right.
So school is designed to gear you to make someone else money and not you. It's not designed
Right.
for you to
It's
think on
go
your
to
own.
school, get an education, get a good job.
Work for somebody.
Yeah.
Right.
When you challenge
And
what
pay
the
off
teacher's
loans.
saying, you get sent to the principal's office.
I wish I would have met you when my mom was busting my ass in PS33 because I kept challenging the teacher like, nah, this don't sound right.
No, but you were trying to talk about something else. What
But I just-
what happened? You was watching Roots or something?
No, I just grew
It
up in
Don't
a
do
home
that because I
where-
felt some type of way about that too.
No, but I just grew up.
Yeah.
See, I was at my mother's house, and she was the one who parents are the ones who plant the seeds to become.
Mm-hmm.
They tell you off the rip, don't be a follower, be a leader.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my mother told me something real specific. The only dumb question is the one not asked.
Yep.
Right.
And I know that's an oxymoron, but when she told me that, I ran with that forever.
And you was asking stupid
No, it
questions
wasn't
for
that
the
I was
rest of your
asking
damn
stupid
life.
questions. It was just like the questions became challenging. And when you looked at as a child, like, oh, he's going to be the one that's going to ask me the real question that I can't answer, or it's not in the syllabus to even give information on.
But that's
Especially
what
when you
college
get
is
in-
about.
Yeah.
College is even different, but I'm talking about as when you build in a mind from what pre-K, start 4
Birth,
to
birth,
8, yeah,
birth.
from birth to 18, your mind is being molded with
Yes.
everything, not just school, your environment,
Yes.
Right.
you know,
But there's another thing,
people
though.
outside.
There's another thing
What?
because there's levels. Sometimes you gotta master the fundamentals before you can.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what
but
I
you
was
know
gonna
what I'm
say.
You
saying?
gotta. Sometimes you gotta learn how to make the box before you can start
Yeah.
running laps around it.
What you
Alright, so-
basically go to school for, to me, is to learn the fundamentals, the basic math, reading,
Right.
writing, and stuff like that, so you can get by. If you really think about it, most great minds have gotten filthy rich by being outside of school. A lot of them didn't attend college. They dropped out. And
Right.
in order to work for their corporation, which is their embed, to me, with the colleges, they say, listen, in order for you to get rich like me or work for me, you got to go to school.
Right.
Yeah.
And deep down inside, I believe that the colleges and the corporations, they keep each other going financially. You make these kids go to school,
It's a
you know,
system.
it's a
It's a
system.
machine.
Sally Mae.
And Sally Mae, like Sally Mae. And it's sad because 30, 40 years ago, you went to school, you came out, you said, this is how much I'm asking for because these are my credentials.
Exactly.
It's reversed now.
Yes.
They
This
tell
is how
you
much we give you because these are your credentials.
Right.
So
they
it's,
set the tone.
yeah, and what they did is actually put us against each other.
Yes.
Right. Just like you said, because you're black.
Yeah.
And I tell you every time, we don't do that shit around here because we're all black. I don't give a fuck about your tone.
And the actual real color in society is green. People fail to realize
End of
it.
the
Agreed.
day, and in the
It's,
morning.
it's an extent of black and white. Yeah, it's gotten big.
But
They've
it
grown
is
it up.
green.
Yeah.
But the time United States was the most united was, recently was 9/11.
Right.
And when we went through the recession.
Mm.
Listen, I'm out of work, you out of work. I'm on this line, you on this line looking for a job. Everybody was hugging. It was a sad moment. We all hungry together. We all foreclosed together. Now everybody's up. They separate ways. And they threw the seed in there to say, okay, listen, that's too much unity going on.
Yeah.
Now
That
let me
much-
ask you
So
a
we're gonna
question.
put the orange nigga in there.
Yeah.
How that perfect example. That's a sidebar because my mother, when I was at her house, she told me we gotta go watch the Black Klansman. So
Mhm.
I definitely cause there's a message in there with Ku Klux Klan and how they basically infiltrated the government and said instead of just marching with hoods and like being real out front with it, let's take the government by storm and put it in the
Exactly.
DAs. And I'm not even gonna give you the whole movie, but
You know, me
go
and my
right.
brother ain't we don't vibe like that.
Okay, I got you. But anyway, how did they let you? Like, how did you get in there? Because it seemed like if I grew up, my brother was 5%, so he taught me a lot of the lessons, and that was like somewhat, I would say, taboo to really get the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And for you to do that now in 2018, to go into the schools, speak the truth,
Mhm.
and tell them, yo, don't, school is cool,
Mm-hmm.
but go to the left a little bit.
The way it works is when I'm in the class, I gotta feel it out. I gotta feel out the staff, and
Right.
I'm not vulgar with it.
Right.
I say it. I'll look at the teacher, and if I can read the teacher and they understanding where I'm getting ready to go, then I'll shoot it.
Right.
But I make sure that I say it in a way where it's like you get me, and those who are meant to get it is gonna get it. If it went over your head, you might catch it later. You may never catch it at all. But I want to say that if people are on or anybody I know or here, I am not knocking school. I wish everybody goes to school and
School is
becomes
good.
great. But
If it works for
if
you.
it works for you. But the way that they playing the game now, it's a cash cow. And it's a gamble. It's a dice roll now. Go to school and let's hope. Let's hope.
That's the key word, the hope factor of me getting this degree, this piece of paper. Because honestly, it was at one point where associates was valid. That's
It was.
there. You can't even get
Or
a
some
bachelor's.
college credit.
Yeah, and barely a bachelor's do anything. You have to get a master's, and then you have to get a master's on top of that master's, on top of that master's, in order for you to even see something that's valid.
No, this is the thing. This is what I've been noticing about school. These teachers are quick to say children have learning disorders.
Because they're programmed to say that. When they can't control the children, I want to say
That's been for
something
years.
is, it starts in the home.
Right.
And I've heard people say, well, the teacher got to control them. That's not my job. I'm not there right now. And it honestly falls on the parents.
It does.
When I go to parent-teacher night, as long as I know the grades is good, the second question is how's the behavior. Because I'll be damned if either one of my kids disrupt other children.
How
And
many kids you got?
Two. And I teach my children to help other children that are behind and don't. I hate when
How
someone
old are
says
you? I'm sorry. How old?
11 and 7.
Okay.
My daughter will be 12 October 3rd.
Okay.
So,
Oh, Libra.
Libra.
yeah,
Here we go.
very outspoken.
Yes.
So I'll tell my kids, listen, if somebody don't know something, help them. Don't just, you don't know that. That's one of the dumbest things in the world, and it honestly shows that you have low self-esteem if you need to kick somebody while they're down.
Yeah.
But that
To
and
make
that
yourself
and you're
feel
right,
better.
because that is what the corporations do when you reach a level. Because I work, but my mind is like, this is my last job,
Mm-hmm.
because I know 2020, I'm going to be working for SMB Media,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and it took, like, I knew what I wanted to do going into college. Like, I already knew I wanted to do media. So for me, it was different. And, like, no disrespect to my mother, because I remember when I told her, like, Ma, I want to be a DJ. But she's like, I'm not sending you to school to be no goddamn DJ. She thought I was talking about
That
being
would've been
Clue. But I didn't. But at the time, I didn't know what
They never separated
the
it at that time.
professional term was to be a
VJ.
radio
It was a VJ.
personality, right?
It was a VJ.
So she like, but then when as
Sorry.
years went on, I learned. I'm like, Ma, no, I'm gonna be on the radio, Ma. Like, I'm that's what I'm aiming to do. So then she's like, oh yeah, all right. She said, great. Yo, I swear, like nowadays, the generational gap and the friendship parent thing is really like it's fucked up. Because instead of being a parent and being like,
Friends.
yeah, you want to be, no, this is my friend, because you had them so young.
Mm-hmm.
And then that person that didn't have the structure in their home, now that they're a parent, that same structure that they had, they just
It's
bring
a
it.
poison.
Yeah, and it's crazy.
No, it's definitely a poison and a hand down. And I grew up in my household, which was not so great. Was not great at all. But it was something that hit me at a certain age where I knew I wanted to break the cycle. I knew it. I was like, mm-mm.
That's what we. That's
No.
what. That's what us millennials do.
Right.
'Cause I feel like we're millennials. We're not. So we had such bad examples.
We had the
We
crack
knew
era.
what we couldn't do.
We had
Or
the
what
crack era. We had the
Exactly.
crack era.
We was like, listen, my father was so non-existent. I learned a lot from that. Like, listen, man, he missed that. He missed that with me. I'm not missing that with mine at all.
Yeah, it depends on who you are, because some dudes pick it right up.
Right.
Yeah, I
And
know
they
that.
was
So-
I know
F
people
it.
grab the
Yeah,
baton.
yeah, some dudes are weird. They're just like, well, I'm not gonna take care of my kids because people may not think I'm cool anymore, or females might not want to be my friend anymore, or it's a very weird thing.
The irony,
I understand.
based off of what he's saying, and I was discussing.
You got a kid?
I was
Yeah.
discussing with Rel before we recorded, and I was saying the factor of sometimes a person is more afraid of actually breaking that and then keeping up with it
Mhm.
than staying in that comfort level of having that, because they know that this is as much it's achievable, and I feel some sort of success for that achievement.
Mhm.
Because if I go above that, I have to keep up with it. Now, after I achieve that, what else next can I do?
Now, let me tell you, that's another sidebar. Our annual Father's Day, be expecting a call.
Sure.
Cause we doing this
Every Father's Day?
every Father's Day. We showing love.
Sure.
Because to hear, I grew up, and I go back to my mom because me and her have a lot of conversation now. Now that I'm older and I can be like, Mom, you
Relate.
like what you said, I do. When she told me, I'm not sending you outside. If you just go outside and hang on the corner, stay your ass in the house. You can watch TV. No. So now, as a grown man, if I don't have to be outside, I'm in my home with my child, with my family. I'm expecting another child. So anytime I'm outside, it's beneficial for them. And when that task is done, gotta go home. Right. You know, and just to hear a person say like, being a father is fun.
Being a father is fun. Being a father is a very serious thing.
Yeah, it is.
But the reason why me and my friends are so big with the Father's Day cookout, because fathers are under women, we totally understand what you do, and it is major.
But David gets credit in the shit out of us.
A father is a very serious thing, and he's the person that is supposed to be there. His life is on the line before anything.
Facts.
Before anything,
because he's the protector.
He's the protector,
and it goes back to those the slave days where you break that family apart. You break that father. You break the bell down.
They did two things. They didn't only break the family. They also break the woman to break the family.
No.
You're doing what we're saying.
You're doing exactly what we're talking about. We're talking about fathers, and then you're gonna bring it back to the women.
I'm not bringing it back. I'm saying it's a balance on both sides.
I'm not discrediting it. The first part of the breakup.
Psychological warfare on both sides.
No, it is.
We're not saying it's not.
But the first step was the man of the home is the strength, the provider, the protector. The first step was to break him down in front of the family, the wife, the kids. So when they saw that his ass couldn't stand the pain that the master was inflicting, he couldn't protect them.
And so the woman.
And then the woman had to probably step up and say, "I can do it." And then that's where the cycle continues. And what I keep saying, y'all not listening. I'm not saying that you're wrong. What I'm saying is that cycle from 400 years ago has still been repeated because women nowadays, some, not all.
It's less than 4.
Okay, not all. But the thing is, women be like, I don't need a man. I don't need a man. You know, and then when you do get a man, you may get somebody who you look at and don't give him that power.
I'm going to speak as a woman. So on more than one aspect, especially I'm going to piggyback on your side comment. One, this day and age, women actually do praise more men for being fathers. Two, I'm coming from a woman that came from a broken home. The last time I seen my father was when I was 4.
But I think we all come from broken homes.
I understand, but I'm right now I'm speaking from a woman's perspective based off of where you're coming from, as far as for you to understand. And I'm speaking on our psychological level of what we've been through because of the fact of the matter of the aspect that we reach of being like, I can do it on my own. I'm speaking for myself as a woman that has been around other women that went through the same thing as me. I haven't seen my father since I was 4. I had sisters. I found my siblings on my own. He had other children he actually spent time with. So that kind of broke in an aspect on myself from being with a mother that vowed to be celibate, not to be with no man after my father. She did everything on her own, and that taught me the aspect of me, I can do it on my own. Until I reached a point of my life where I actually allowed myself to be vulnerable, to be a woman, because that's what it is, allowing yourself to be a woman with a man. And when I actually allowed myself to be that way, then I got broken up by a man. That's what certain things that happen to certain women that make them psychologically feel like they don't need a man. And I'm not saying in the fact of the matter of I'm condoning that excuse, because that's what it is. It's an excuse. That excuse to allow that cycle to go on is just that certain things, and it can't even get deeper than that, but I'm not going to go that deep. But it allows the excuse for us to say certain aspects where we could say, oh, he's a deadbeat father. Oh, I could do shit on my own. Oh, why are you trying to do this for me? Why are you opening doors for me? Why are you carrying my bags? Because when I was with my ex at one point, when he asked me to carry my grocery bags, I used to look at him with a screw face. I got all my bags all in my hand. I can carry it on my own. So it's a factor of a psychological thing, because the same way men may have their own situations that they go through mentally, women go through the same thing as well. And that's why I respect the fact of what right now what's going on in this generation, that we try to, or I should say, starting from my aspect, based off of what Gildia was here and stuff like that, where we started forums where we could gather men and women come and actually hear what men say. So you'd be like, oh my God, I did not know that, and to see from their perspective, and for men to come to women forums sometimes to see where a woman's perspective. It's just the lines of communication and the language that goes between us so we could understand each other. Like right here, I cannot disagree with you on how you feel. I will never disagree. Because we all went through our own perspectives on both sides.
So could I just say something? I noticed that the issue with most black women that I see, because I really, I'm not too sure about any other race or nationality, is that black women don't know when to turn it off. There's a stop to when it's like the alpha female thing. At a point it has to stop. To if I'm asking you to carry your bags and help you so you don't break your back, you should say, oh, fine.
And I've actually allowed that.
Yeah, see? And that's where you didn't know when to, like, okay, let me turn it off now. Let me turn it off.
And the issue with that is the factor of what we've been through. And the reason why we don't turn it off is because of the simple fact that when we finally turn it off, we still get broken again. And that's the reason why I said it's an excuse of continuing the cycle. Personally, I'm a strong individual. I have a strong personality. I know that I'm like, fuck that, I could do it on my own. But I still am a woman that still wants to be a woman for a man. If you get what I'm saying.
Which is totally understandable. But, you know, and that's another issue kind of that we have in the community as far as black young men with their mothers.
Man.
It's black women do a good job, but they don't know when to kind of pull back and let the boy become a man. You know, it's a little
That's my baby.
It's a little too much coddling. You know, and especially if the father is present, let that man be a man to his boys.
Of course.
Because
now, my son is 1.
We don't.
You fall.
Yeah, get up.
Get up.
Get up.
She's like, oh my God, like he's not acting like that. Why are you acting like that? Get up. Yeah, right. Come here. Yeah, right.
And naturally, kids are supposed to look to their mother for, but we know when it's time to. Because honestly, right now, our black male army is weak. If you ask me, it's weak. It's a bunch of posting. It's a bunch of just talking. It's a bunch of marching. Nobody is watering the roots, which are the children. No one's doing that really.
Right.
I'm going to schools for free.
Now, before we get there, we gotta take a break real quick. We're gonna get back to the social media, the kids, the marching. We're gonna get back, but I want y'all to check out this skit that I did with my man Crispy Papers. When being a Tekashi fan goes wrong. Check out this skit from myself.
So fucking stupid.
My man, V and Crispy Papers, aka Boise. Alright, so check this out.
Yeah, just look at this nigga face.
And we're gonna be right back. Tell me what you think.
Oh my God.
Right, where we going? We good?
Right one. Hey, yo.
Get out of here, boy.
That nigga's ready to get up out of here?
Yeah.
Yeah, nigga.
Get out of here.
Get that. Fucking good, nigga.
What's going on with you, homie?
What's wrong with y'all niggas?
Yo, what are you doing?
What is this?
Come on, man. We about to go to the 6ix9ine shit, nigga. Fucking see
We
what it
not
is.
about to go nowhere.
What you talking about?
I don't
man?
think so.
You got a rainbow
Look
wig.
at you.
This is 6ix9ine shit, nigga. I'm representing for my nigga.
Nigga,
I'm
your
saying
chain cost
Treyway, nigga.
69 cents. You got a 69 on your head with tape.
I ain't had a marker to put my shit, so I ain't fix it.
And what the fuck is this?
This is big. This is big bling, nigga. What the fuck is you talking about?
Yo, where's your shirt?
I don't need no shirt, nigga. This is how I'm going. When 6ix9ine on the fucking stage, nigga, we represent, nigga. We wet and all that, nigga.
Hey, yo,
You ain't going with us.
Yeah, what's up with your man?
I don't know, but
Why
you
y'all
need to
niggas
take
getting-
that.
why
All
y'all
this
niggas-
6ix9ine shit need to come to
Why
fuck
y'all niggas
off.
get in the car with all this negative energy,
I'm out of
man?
here. Hey, we in the car? We out of here.
Let's get
Why
the
y'all
fuck
niggas-
out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Word. We go enjoy that shit ourselves.
Fuck out my shit.
Pussy gang just caught a body, but I never leave.
And we're back. Let me know what you think about that skit. There'll be more skits coming soon. We wrapped up 2 skits that day, so there's gonna be a lot more. So tell me what you think. The link is at the end of the skit. You could go to Crispy Papers YouTube, subscribe, comment, and let us know what you think. If you're trying to join, give us some comedy sketch. If you're a writer, we could use all that. But right now, we back. We got Launcher Leaders in the building still. And the first segment, I think we stayed on topic, but we did a little bit of sidebar. So
Naturally.
let's get to it. You go into these schools, right? When did you say? Let's go back to what made you want to start this, and what happened?
Well, what I realized is I had nobody to get me where I am now. I had no guidance. Like I had to really this is weird. The dude that I went to get my current job now that I've been at for 7 years, Will Trax. A lot of people may know him.
We did a commercial for his restaurant.
There you go. I just ran into him.
Cool.
And he actually got me the letter of recommendation to get in my job with the Bronx Borough President, and then I applied and got in. I was trying to get in there 5 years prior, but
Ruben Diaz?
yeah. Yeah.
He came out of school, remember? Oh, I graduated before you.
He helped me out. But I had nobody. I had to do it all myself. I had to figure it out. I went through this door, this door, this door, this door. Now that I'm in the door, I wedged it open, and now I want to show kids how to take city tests, what trades to go get, certain things to do. I'm working with other nationalities that's coming in at 23, 22, 21. Why? Because they had an in, they had guidance. Our kids is sitting out here and they think that it's cool
To just sit out
to just be cool. Like, that's it. No.
I'm not cool no more. I was that guy outside all the time. Nigga was making a joke about me one time. He said, "Yo, Poop, you mad responsible." And started laughing. I'm like,
it was a joke.
"Thank you." I'm in my mom. I'm like, "Thank you." I gotta go do laundry later.
The cool part about it
I felt
is,
good.
you know what I like? I don't miss the first day of school. I don't miss the last day of school. I don't miss parent-teacher day. All those factors that I'm like, damn, I hope my mom don't show the parent-teacher because I know I done did some wild shit. I love doing that. September and now January is going to be the months where, although September is my son, January is going to be my daughter. And I love that. Like, be getting prepared. School shopping? Oh, man, I love school shopping. Like, that shit there is just like, wow. And my son, I swear, I think he don't understand my girl. Like, he understands. He hears you. And I know he hears me because I be watching him, and I was like, oh, yeah, he got it. He got it.
We underestimate the human brain.
Wait till you meet Rel's son. Wait till you meet Mason. Cool dude. They're going to be on the show, at the end of the month, but you'll see. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's all right. But a lot of our kids out here don't understand. And when I go and talk in the school, I say, listen, if I can't dress how I'm going to dress, I'm not coming in there at all. You're not going to make me wear a suit. I'm not doing that. I don't want no part of your program.
Right.
Because that's not what they want to see.
It's a disconnect.
Yeah,
Super disconnect.
Absolutely.
Do kids come up to you and after you have your
I think you went to court.
Well, not your I won't say your moment, but when you
after
doing
I speak,
it,
do they come up to me
and be like,
all the time? I got kids that want to hang out with me. I got kids that want to, and I'm like, I wish I could be all over and be at work and be their father or their mentor and be a father, but it's hard. I can't.
You know what? We're going to start a mentor program because I feel
I
like
said this a long time ago.
brothers and
I said this a long time ago.
No, yeah, we he came up with the nothing but respect. That's what we're gonna do. That's what it's gonna be. Nothing but respect.
They what they need to see is their leaders
doing something,
but in a positive aspect.
Exactly.
They need to understand that working, you can obtain what everybody else is doing or even more.
We gotta get them by the young though.
You gotta get them.
Because once they get to a certain age, they're gonna start following their so-called peers.
Yeah.
And it's over.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel. I deal with a lot of regret because I felt like when I was a lost soul, because I was in the streets crazy, and I didn't show these little younger guys Nothing positive.
But check this out. Look at it from this angle, because you be telling me look at the cup half full. You gotta look at it from the angle of you was doing that before you was a father.
Yeah.
Now, you went to, you just came home, did your 5 years. You sat down, figured it out. You had a kid. Now, the dumb shit you could have did was go back out there and left it, and because people do that.
Yeah,
they go back to what they know.
So more than staying home.
Right. So now you have to look at it like I was dumb. Or I was wilding before I had a child, but now that you have a child, you're more focused, and you did what you were supposed to do when you was doing it, and you're doing what you're supposed to do now.
But then it's just something called survivor's guilt.
I get what you're saying.
My man Juice doing a
bunch
of
we
years,
know.
and that was the dude that was like, that was my heart. That was the dude right under me. Like, I felt like I could have taught him better. There's dudes out there in the street that don't know they're going to go exactly where
But
I was at
but
before.
you don't know what
And
you're thinking now about you now that you're doing the right thing.
No, but there's guys that's still in the street, and I go see them, and I be like, yo, what's up? And they still doing that. And I'm like, yo, listen, you're going to end up either worse than me, or you're going to end up on the same road. But you don't have to go through what I went through to get there.
But
I hate to be cliche, but it makes me think of that scene in Belly when Nas was sitting on the bench with the little boy.
Homeboy.
Yeah, and he's like he's speaking to him and stuff like that, and he's not seeing something from a different perspective. Like you still have the capacity to do so or show something different, but you can't. It's like you could plant the seed, but you can't sow it. You can't make them reap, and you can't make them.
This is the thing. I planted the wrong seed a long time ago.
Nah, see, that's what you think.
That's what
you planted that seed.
The bad seed.
But listen.
It sprouted.
Let me ask you.
In that little me's right now.
In a garden, can you plant just one seed or multiple?
Yeah, but you can't. But if you planted an apple tree and it started growing apples, you can't be like, listen, you got to be an orange now. You got to be an orange now.
I see what you're saying, but my thing is your
concept. And they're like, listen, I'm an apple. You was an apple, I'm an apple.
Yeah. But look, what I noticed with the minorities, that they need things to see. You can't just talk to them. They need to see a car. They need to see.
And they
jewelry.
see you every Thursday with me on this couch.
They see me every.
That's what they need to see.
Pretty much every other weekend.
Now, we don't see a distance naturally. We just don't see a distance.
Years later, when our slow checks that we not getting right now, we get that big lump sum, and it's like, and I give you 100,000, and then they be like, oh shit, this nigga Poop was doing this when he was telling me to, they'll see it then.
But it's unfortunate that you have to.
It be like that though.
I gotta have something to show them.
It gotta be like that though. What age demographic do you target? All of them.
Every. From 2 years old, if you 40, like we gonna do it. You know what I mean? If you want help, I'm gonna help you. Sometimes like I was supposed to be helping somebody drive. I helped them drive last week. I was supposed to help them drive this week. Just off the strength that I got contacted. Could you teach them how to drive? Because my kids are 11 and 7, and they got driving down 70%. My son may be 30, but my daughter's 70%. She's been on the road.
Your son is 7.
He's 7.
What did you?
How did I teach him?
Yeah, like what is? Because my son is going to be 8.
It was simple. I sat him on my lap, and then after I sat him on my lap, we went through it, and then I let him go by himself.
I'm gonna tell you something because he's right.
Mm-hmm.
My son turned last year when my son turned 7, on his actual birthday, his aunt had him. Now I didn't know she was doing this before, so she like, Trey, come get in the front. So his ass was driving, and she's like, all right, turn left. And I'm sitting like, I'm calm. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, man, this nigga gonna be driving. And his mother in the back like, I'm like, leave him alone.
Yeah,
the mother.
No. But
the mother.
But you know what? Me and her relationship.
You have a balance.
She balances me. I balance her, and it works because we're total opposites.
And that's what I'm talking about. That language.
She's more, I guess, I would say sheltered, and then I would be like outgoing. So I want my son to scrape his knee and get up. And he tells me like, Daddy, I got it, I'm cool. But then I see him with Mommy, it's want to be. And I love that.
Which is beautiful.
You know what I'm saying? And I can't wait for my girl to get here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's over.
I can't wait for my girl to get here. That's why I said like
Oh.
your demographic, like the age from 2 to
It-
people still need that.
It doesn't matter because I got people that's way older than me, you know. And it's honestly a gift that I have that I'm learning more that I have and how to use it. But it all comes from being pure and honest. Like you know what I mean. You got to be honest with people, and you got to be willing to do stuff for
gotta be
people
honest.
with nothing in return.
Now what is the whole purpose of the whole Launching Leaders brand?
Is one to help people, and two to breed soldiers to fight against economic oppression and other kinds of oppression another way,
Okay.
a whole other way. Marching ain't getting nobody nowhere.
Okay. Now we're here.
Giving me mouth.
Now that we're here.
Less Martin.
Okay. Now that we're here, we have a real strong problem with kids and drugs right now. Now, we all came from a drug era,
Crack era.
right? Some was affected more by it than others. So literally, some broke the cycle and some fell into it. But
Okay.
now, no, hold on. Before we get now we're on the prescription pills, lean, K2, and then you just gonna mix all that shit in the bubble and say it's Saturday night, let's have a party.
This is the
How
thing.
do you deal with that?
This is the thing. For one, we gotta stop letting the TV dictate to our kids because
Okay.
they always told me back in the day, say no to drugs. This, that, who's the name? Barbara Bush?
Yeah.
Oh no, Reagan wife. What's her name?
Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan.
But
say
you
no
know
to
what-
drugs.
Well,
Nancy Reagan.
You know
Say
what was
no to
crazy
drugs.
about those?
I didn't never have to say no,
No,
to drugs
but
because
time out.
all the drugs that I knew, they
No.
wasn't giving me no fucking crack.
No,
Let
but
me
you
tell
know
you
what's
something. That's the
crazy?
biggest rumor ever saying little kids was on crack.
I-
That is,
the-
I
the
didn't have
stupidest
friends
thing
that
I-
I caught smoking crack.
They
when
wouldn't
know
I-
sell
black
to
kid act-
kids.
When you was 33?
No, but you know what's crazy? That
Me neither.
Say No to Drugs campaign had every goddamn actor who was getting high off coke and crack telling you stay no to drugs, and then behind the scenes,
And heroin.
like
This
now,
this is not, the thing is that they was trying to
and they wasn't really
I know this was a
promoting
dude
it.
named Blue. He sold crack right across the street from my house.
Mhm.
Blue never gave me crack, never offered me crack. I knew Blue sold crack. Reagan wife told me don't. He gonna try to offer you.
Nobody
crack.
offered me crack. See, the
Nobody
difference with it
offered me
now
fucking
is
crack.
you can't just come and drop a load of drugs off in the black community. It's not gonna work that way.
Right.
So now they push all of their raw influences through the music.
Yep.
Exactly.
Right.
It's through the music now.
I never met a crackhead rapper until Eastside Crackhead. Shout out to Eastside Crackhead.
And he's an older man.
He's
Yeah.
very older. But now they got these new rappers that they lean.
But that's
His name
it.
Little Xanny.
But
They're
that's
Xanny.
dying though. They're
But yeah,
dying.
and that's the thing. We're having more deaths under probably 30 than we ever had in a long
Yes.
time. Like, that's why I say Social Security. When I was in high school, I had the health teacher, and she was like, we did some assignment. I'll never forget, because she's like, yo, pick an age. So I said 25,
Mhm.
right? So she thought I was joking. So I said 25. Like, you know, everybody had to pick it. You had to write that. She said, well, add 5 years to that. I put, okay, now it's 30. Then she like, well, add in health, you know, all the plan. Like and I said, well, miss, check this out. In my neighborhood, if you add health, the environment in itself, the conditions that some children may live with,
It'll be less
kids
than
ain't
that.
living until past 25. Oh, Trevor, shut the hell up. Like, I'm like, miss, you got it. You don't know where.
Yeah.
And
She just drive there and park there.
right.
And then leave there every
And
night.
now, years later, in 2018, Mac Miller just died.
He was 22.
He was 26.
26.
Yeah, 26.
26. Before that, what other rapper? Then you got
Every year, at least two of them.
Extension. He
He
got
got
killed,
He got murdered.
but still, he was
It's
on that
still-
path. You know, and
Actually,
Initially,
no.
before he transitioned.
yeah, he tried
But
like
it was a transition.
It clicked.
Yeah.
It clicked. It
Right.
clicked. He
a lot of
got
them
it.
is not clicking. And now that we seeing people die, and they like, oh, it's like that joke where you see a fiend leaning, you like, damn, I want to sell what he had because I knew I'd have made a lot of money. They are seeing us die and still doing it, going to get the lean, and I'm like,
Well, the weird thing is, our children, or no, I'm not gonna say our children. That maybe the 8 and 9-year-olds, 11-year-olds, and 12-year-olds, this generation is their older crackheads.
Yeah.
It's their,
Crackheads.
those are their crackheads.
Yeah, they're crackheads.
Yeah.
They're gonna learn.
Yeah, they're gonna learn.
And
They're
don't
gonna
feed.
learn. What's
They're
gonna
crackheads
happen,
and
and I
don't feed.
posted this on social media, the government is gonna allow you to have so much fun. The next big drug kingpin is being built right now.
Yep.
Off the
Absolutely.
lean, the heroin, the K2.
They're already there.
They there.
They've been there already.
What's gonna happen is the government's gonna say enough. If you notice, there's no more drug programs around. You don't see a line of drug addicts. You
There's
don't see the
methadone
AA.
now.
You don't see the AA. That's done.
Yo.
They're gonna put them back in, and then they're gonna start snatching dudes up within the next 3 to 5 years.
There is.
They definitely snatched up the people from the other side, Cream and all them, for that
Yeah.
fentanyl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo. You know what's so funny?
There are suburban children dying.
Because I listen to music, right? And I'll get to that.
Yeah, Fuchs of the week. Gotcha.
Right. Listening to Kanye, his song, what's it
With
called?
Lil Pump. the new one?
No, Ghost Town. I just wanted to hear what they were saying because they singing most of the song, and I heard about fentanyl, so I'm like, what the fuck is fentanyl? Look it up. Fentanyl is the worst thing. They give that drug is for people that's in extreme pain right after surgery. It's a patch they give you. Now they got countries overseas shipping that shit in by the boatload. They putting that shit in everything besides weed.
Yet.
Yeah.
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 But they probably not.
But somebody's
fentanyl
trying
to-
is the worst drug right now, and it's dropping motherfuckers.
Yeah.
This shit is strong. It's
Yeah.
really strong.
But listen, the government has the power to stop anything.
Yep.
Of course.
So what's happening is being allowed.
Of course.
So it's all a part of the plan again, and they found a nice group
I'm telling
to
It
China
seems like
China
we're
can
always
make-
the target for
Let me-
whatever
let
reason.
me
blame
tell
our
you something.
government.
Right.
You
China
know
can
what
make
was
12
the reason?
China can make 12 tons of fentanyl.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry.
Ship it over here, and they weren't gonna find it till it's in my pocket.
We're always the target for what?
It seems like
Biochemical
the
warfare.
drug warfare.
African Americans?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. This is hurting the suburban kids.
Yeah,
worse.
that's why it's such an issue.
It's with them worse.
No,
It's
I
hurting
it's
them.
like they're playing backfire.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what's going
It's with them.
on.
It's with
Yes.
them.
It's equivalent
It's
to
with
the
them.
vaccines.
So that's why you
when that was
say in the next 3 to 5 years there's gonna be that kingpin because the suburban areas is
They
fucked up.
building the next after Pablo Escobar. What's his name came up right after. Oh
Nino
my God!
Brown?
No, not Nino Brown. Homie, they couldn't catch.
Freeway.
They kept escaping.
Chapo.
Noriega.
Chapo.
Right.
Chapo.
After Pablo Escobar was Chapo was right there. Like they knew each other. They dealt with each other.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
So you did Chapo. There's somebody
Of course,
else that they're building.
If you watch the Chapo story, Chapo got in place because his boss got knocked.
So somebody's
It's
next.
always the next person. It's
So,
always it's not. It's
How
always
are
a
you
predecessor.
explaining that to the kids, and are they saying anything when you mention that? Because the shit is big.
I'm vulgar. I'm raw, and I let them know either you're gonna die or you're gonna be a crackhead.
And I'm glad you said
And there's
that.
you
no
know,
other
Craig,
way to put
this-
glitter
this-
on gold.
The sad part about it, you only have 2 options.
It's really
You're gonna be a crackhead or you're gonna die.
But what
you
our
have
school
to.
system does, and people do that, they're gonna bring in is they're gonna say, you don't want to make your parents sad, do you? No, you'll be somewhere in a bathroom dead in blue, and if you're black, darker.
Yeah.
That's
No,
it.
You turn blue.
Blue, you turn
right.
kind of blue.
Put
Yeah.
shit in your pants.
Yeah.
That's it. Or you're gonna grow up and you're gonna be a crackhead.
Yeah.
Cause I relay all of it back to a crackhead. That's how.
Yeah, 'cause we
Crackhead.
know-
That's the worst
that-
form
that was
of
our
addiction
thing.
to us.
But
Crack.
actually, meth
And you
is
know what?
actually the worst form now because that's a.
We didn't
advanced
know about
crack.
meth.
No,
Okay, well,
we know about crack. He's
know-
like, God damn,
and
you
you know
went
what's so
from the
funny?
breast to the
Crack now is such milder.
It's a
than what these
luxury
kids is
drug.
using now. It's not even a luxury. This is like you smoke crack. I thought you was into the hard shit. That's how it is with this other shit. This shit is shit is crazy.
No,
so
they're
crazy.
doing.
And you know what's so funny is that it's a problem now because I just watch how people react to it. When crack was fucking this whole neighborhood up, because I always say if crack in here, Harlem, this shit would probably be a fucking
my
the
God.
golden
talk-
kingdom.
Let me tell you,
Seriously.
Full of art, music, fucking just pride, everything.
It's still a separation on both sides.
It is.
So.
But you know, I gotta blame crack. I gotta blame alcohol too. 'Cause alcoholism is bad.
Yeah.
But anyway, where was I going with this?
Crack is whack.
Crack been whack. All right, but now, when the crack epidemic hit, they started locking motherfuckers up.
But they let them get a run.
Right.
A little run, but
No,
still.
no,
They
it's
just
a
said
long run.
that RICO came out for crack.
If dudes, because it was a plan. It was a systematic plan.
You
Of course,
think
the
they're
RICO
gonna
came
go,
out.
They're not going for that dude that's sitting in that big office selling Percocets.
No.
No. What? No.
They're gonna do one or two of them just to say those are the bonuses.
Them niggas work in the mailroom.
Yep.
Them niggas ain't got nothing to do with the head dude. The head dude that sells Percocets is not going to jail because of the epidemic.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
At all.
He's probably gonna make money to put programs out
He's
there.
probably going to support a prison. Like, you know what? Yeah.
Yep.
Or support the politician. Like, here you go.
Yeah.
Now,
So that's the problem with this shit nowadays. 'Cause
what's next for launching leaders?
Honestly, I could say who knows. Who
That's-
knows? Something could happen from somebody watching this air.
Watch this.
I could get a phone call. I could, it's how far I push it, how far me and my partners push it. Like, who knows? Like, I'm not fully devoted to it, but I am devoted.
Got you.
Like, I do what I can when I can. You know, if I call on people, I got a lot of favors owed to me. They help, because I'm always doing something.
Now,
Always.
my last question. Any upcoming launching leaders, what is it? I would say what? Speaking engagements?
Wait a minute. I think I got one next month.
Oh, what school?
I'm not too
just
sure.
just
Actually, the weird thing about me is I'm such a touch and go. I'll like remember the school the same day as I'm putting it into my, like, you tell me and I'll be like, all right, remind me. And then I'll go to work and be like, all right, I'm not coming in this day. Boom, boom, boom. I put it in on and I'm out. Like, I take my days off to go.
And how long? I said last question, but how long are you speaking with these kids?
I would love for them to let me speak 8 hours.
Okay.
8 hours.
Don't worry. Nothing but Respect Foundation coming. You're gonna speak. We gonna have camps. So
yeah.
the same way Steve Harvey do, and it's not gonna just be for men. Because there's Nothing But Respect Foundation gonna be for women to show women how to be treated by black men.
That's one of the
You
main
know,
goals.
and it's also going to be able to show
To instill the
black men
morals that
how
we
to
got.
speak to women and how to speak, period.
If you do that, it should be a engaging forum on both sides.
You think?
Yeah.
I was
do.
going to...
You took too long to say it.
Think so?
I'm trying to make sure.
No,
I
I'm
don't want to get fired.
You're not going to get fired.
I'm trying to think. Will like
You gonna be on
Maybe a lot
landscaping
of-
though. When we go to summer
No,
camp. It's lawnmower.
I'm gonna give you two, and I'm gonna give you two prime examples where it actually works.
Okay.
I went to 2 forums where it was predominantly men, but women was there. Lives of Men and Brothers in Briefcases. The best impact for me and actually acknowledging and watching it with a room full of men. No extra craziness or anything like that. I really believe that this can actually happen.
This is years to come. I'm just saying. This is years. When we get it,
I have visions.
yeah, we had this vision at episode 3 or 4.
Yeah.
We got this. Don't worry.
I know you got it.
You missed 3 times. You on landscaping at the camp.
Yeah,
I'm
he
and
definitely,
me too.
he definitely moving rock.
3 in a row.
I actually like landscaping. You know, I
no,
like.
but
you're gonna
like
love
gardening
this one.
and
You
stuff
ain't never
like
been
that.
to the rock
I'm an
top.
artist. So yeah. I'm an artist. I understand.
Yeah, okay.
I make a little couple of things going on there. You know,
This is
little rose
internship
gardening
landscaping.
and
I'm
stuff
just letting
like
you know.
that.
Pulling weeds.
Any
So
any
hard
last
for me
thoughts
to
before
draw.
before Pook's pick of the week? Any
Nah, let me
last
get my
thoughts?
pick before.
Okay.
Joey Perk.
Who?
Joey Perk.
We just talked about not talking about drugs, and you picked Joey Perk.
That's his
That's
name.
his name. I ain't say Smoke Perk. His
Didn't you
name
just
is
get
Joey.
jumped?
Purple is a color.
Who's not getting jumped?
Did he just
So-
get
so
jumped?
on social media,
that's
what's
Russ.
That's Smoke Perk.
Oh, Smoke Perk.
I'm
Gotcha.
talking about Joey Perk.
Oh.
Perk is a
Okay,
color.
so-
So y'all keep up. Oh shit.
Yeah,
He
we
listens.
do.
No, he listens to everything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it could be 444. It could be Joey Perk. But everything
Album's
he
good,
listens
though.
to.
In classical
Album's
music.
good. That's my pick of the week. Joey Perk new album. Check it out.
Cause last week it was Don Q.
Don
Oh yeah,
Q.
Don Q was good.
Yeah.
You know, any last thoughts before we head out? Now that you're back, you should have thought about this 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, where's your thoughts?
Don't allow somebody to fire you because you black.
I will never fire you because you're black.
Black on black firing.
I won't fire you because I'm black too.
No, but seriously, we must plant seeds in the directions that we go and help people grow. It does not stop your light for lighting another candle. Period.
I'm gonna let you go.
I don't even reach out to people like that. Those kind of people are like, I don't even. If you think that it's gonna take away from you to help somebody else, the issues within you. Like those kind of people, I don't even like.
I was gonna save that last thought.
Yeah. That right there hit a bone because it's weird because there's people that's like that, and it's like, yo, I'm not asking you to give me a brick of coke to run off with, bro.
Yeah.
I'm asking you to give me.
That's like swiping somebody on the train if you getting off. Like you swipe me, you got unlimited.
You know what's so crazy? I don't even wait for somebody. I just look at somebody. They look like they looking for somebody. Be like, you want to swipe? And
it cost me nothing to give something that was nothing to me. Like literally.
I've been giving money to homeless people so much.
I'm a little funny with that.
No. I'm just saying, like
I turned different.
What I'm saying, it's not just a person that's saying, yo, can you help me? Because a lot of those people that be on the train, I used to work in a drug treatment program.
Yeah.
And now that I don't work there no more, I see the same people on the train. I'm like, I tell them, yo, go back to the drug program. It was 3 meals, you could sleep, and you get medicated.
I'll buy them something.
I'm big on like when I see somebody and they look very functional, I'm like, I can't help you. Because you had 40 to 50 people probably tell you you're going down the wrong path. No. And now you're there. And now you stay there.
You continue.
Like stupid. You fell along. Yeah, y'all, all 40 of y'all are dumb.
My final thought, I didn't rant this episode because we had a good joint. We had a great joint. It was nobody to rant about.
It was me.
I grabbed a cup.
It wasn't. I didn't rant. If everything doesn't motivate you, everything should motivate you. You'll get that later on. And also, I want to say 24 years ago, Ready to Die, one of the classic albums came out today. And happy birthday to Keith Murray. All right?
And rest in peace, Mac Miller.
Yes, rest in peace, Mac Miller. What else? Next week, we're going to take a break. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. But I have some other obligations to get to.
It ain't no problem.
Got some other obligations.
Fired.
I got some other obligations that I have to tend to. Look out for the pillow party on the 22nd. You don't want to miss that.
Somebody sent me that.
Don't worry about it. I got you. The pillow party on the 22nd. RSVP.
Word.
All right. It's going to be invite only coming, later on. So get with it. All right. You don't want to miss this. And also, go to YouTube, subscribe to Crispy Papers. Check out my skit that I'm into now. And also go to YouTube, Mr. and Mrs. Bellin's Pillow Talk. Subscribe, comment, and let us know what you think. And on that note, this is No Disrespect Podcast, Back to School, episode 63. We launching leaders.
Stay away from the strawberry quick.
Exactly.
Is that really something?
That's what they say. Stay away from all the drugs.
Please.
The kid mouth looks like a blowfish. I don't know if it's real or fake.
But stay away from it. This is episode 63, Back to School, Stay Off Drugs. We launching leaders.
Whack.
Peace.
Until you're 21.
Peace.